Stay connected to the stories that are important to you. Follow us on Facebook, Spectrum News 13, exclusively on Spectrum.
Learn about Florida's climate and explore the science behind the weather. Go to mynews13.com/projectweather.
Stay on top of what's happening in your neighborhood. Follow us on Twitter, Spectrum News 13, exclusively on Spectrum.
My first love has always been journalism. Spectrum News 13 is allowing me to come into people's lives. We are there as the story is breaking, and we follow it through weeks and months afterwards. That's how we do storytelling. My reward is going out into the community, talking to people, getting to know their personal stories. So there's a connection there. For me to be able to say I'm a journalist on Spectrum News 13 is just the cherry on top.
Once I decided I want to get into news, it was very important for me to just be the person in the newsroom who understood what everyone else was going through. I worked as the editor, producer, the photographer with the reporters. Good storytelling, that's 100% the goal with Spectrum News 13. We did this in-depth look at the opioid crisis. It was just so raw. That's when I saw the importance of connecting and storytelling and sharing those stories.
I just have a love of history. It really started from high school. There was a historical event that I learned about on the news that changed everything for me. I just felt like somebody was pushing me that you need to be a journalist. You're a journalist, you're a recorder of history. Here in Central Florida, people are very excited to teach you and to share. Every day it's something new. That's the beauty of being in news, which is why I've never had any other job except for this.
Know exactly what's coming your way with Storm Tracker 13.
These are moving really fast.
Only Spectrum News 13 has Storm Tracker 13.
Want to head inside, let this storm pass your location.
Tracking storms across Central Florida.
May slow you down, pretty good downpour.
Right down to your street.
Could be hearing some heavy rain coming down.
With weather updates every 10 minutes.
This is all light rain for you.
Always tracking. Storm Tracker 13 on Spectrum News 13. Exclusively on Spectrum.
I really do like the mornings better because it's a new beginning. It's a fresh start. So when people watch the morning news, I hope they just feel enlightened and ready to face the day. We want to make sure you have as many stories as you can. What happened overnight? What's going to happen in the morning as I'm heading out the door, getting in my car? Traffic, weather, the headlines. Spectrum News 13 is established in the community. We're always there. That's what sets us apart.
Your morning news, weekdays 5 to 9 on Spectrum News 13.
On the evening news, we are always looking to tell those important stories and memorable stories of people in our community. Being a mom, living in this community, it's not enough just to have the facts. We like to go the extra mile, dig a little deeper, and get some of the details that you might not see anyplace else, because we are all connected, and we always see that things can be better. Hello, I'm Tammy Fields.
Your evening news, weeknights 5 to 7 on Spectrum News 13, exclusively on Spectrum.
We all love this area for different reasons. There's no place like it in the world. And no one covers your news and weather like Spectrum News 13. We know the issues that matter in your community because just like you, we live and work here too. You can turn to us anytime because we're on all the time. Whatever happens, when it happens, we'll be there. Spectrum News 13. News, weather, now.
You know, here at Spectrum News 13, we are here to help the community prepare for anything that may come up weather-wise. Sunshine, thunderstorms, hurricanes, we get it all. So we have to provide an accurate forecast because here in Central Florida, we pretty much live outdoors. I love going out and enjoying our great parks, checking out some of the local restaurants, and living here just gives everyone an opportunity to be outside as much as we possibly can. Another spectacular day here in Central Florida. I'm Chief Meteorologist Brian Carrick with your Weather on the Ones forecast.
Sundays, Spectrum News 13 takes an in-depth look at your community. In Focus with Allison Walker-Torres. Your issues, your concerns, your show.
I'm very concerned about privacy and security.
Exploring the issues from every perspective and asking questions that need to be answered.
The headlines say, an embarrassment. Who is accountable?
In Focus with Allison Walker-Torres, Sundays at 11:30 on Spectrum News 13, exclusively on Spectrum. watching Central Florida's only 24-hour news channel, Spectrum News 13. News, weather, now, exclusively on Spectrum.